Welcome to Master 2255 English Phrasal Verbs, complete course with 150 categories for fluency. This course is designed to help you master phrasal verbs for every situation. Today, we're focusing on the 29th category, planning and organization, phrasal verbs to stay on track. These verbs are essential for discussing strategies, preparations, and staying organized. Let's get started. First, let's begin with set up. This phrasal verb means to arrange or prepare something, like a meeting or system. For example, they set up the room for the presentation, or we need to set up a schedule for the project. Next is draw up. This refers to creating a detailed plan or document. You might say, the team drew up a contract for the new partnership, or let's draw up a list of tasks before we begin. Put together means to assemble or organize items into a whole. For instance, she put together a proposal for the client, or they're putting together a detailed timeline for the event. Plan out refers to organizing steps or details in advance. You could say, he planned out every detail of the trip, or we need to plan out our strategy for the next quarter. Work out is used when resolving details or finding a solution. For example, we worked out the timeline for the project, or let's work out how to divide the tasks. Sort out means to organize or resolve issues. You might hear she sorted out the seating arrangements, or they're sorting out the final details of the proposal. Lay out refers to presenting or arranging something in a clear way. For instance, he laid out the plan during the meeting, or the blueprint lays out all the design elements. Figure out is used when solving a problem or understanding something. For example, we need to figure out how to reduce costs, or she figured out the best way to organize the files. Map out means to plan or outline something in detail. You could say, they mapped out the entire process before starting, or let's map out the next steps for the project. Think ahead is about planning for future needs or situations. For instance, it's important to think ahead when organizing a large event, or he always thinks ahead to avoid potential problems. Breakdown describes dividing a large task into smaller, manageable parts. For example, let's break down the project into phases, or the report breaks down the budget by department. Cross off means to remove something from a list once it's completed. You might say, I crossed off 3 tasks from my to-do list today, or she crossed off the items she already bought. Follow through refers to completing something that was planned or started. For instance, we need to follow through on our promises to the client, or he always follows through with his commitments. Back out means to withdraw from a plan or agreement. You could say, the company backed out of the deal at the last minute, or she backed out of the project due to scheduling conflicts. Finally, get around to is used when managing to do something after a delay. For example, I finally got around to organizing my desk, or they'll get around to reviewing the report later this week. These phrasal verbs are essential for discussing planning and staying organized. Practice using them in sentences related to your own projects or tasks, and soon they'll become second nature. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.